YouTubers, it's Big Boppa. I am back for another Sunday is Gun Day. Obviously, getting a little later start than normal, but that won't probably affect when you watch it because it takes me time to stick it out there, you know. But I'm going to make this a little bit easier on me. I'm not doing any double video today. I will put up a few pictures here, but I feel like I have a special treat for you guys today. At least it's special to me, and it may be reminiscent for you, some of you guys out there too. Who knows? But today I have purchased by my grandpa. Used a lot by my dad, I believe, but also my grandpa, is a, put up some pictures too in case the video doesn't show up good, but this is a Remington model 514, and then I'll show you this stamp over here as well. That stamp means this was made in, at least the barrel, but I'm assuming the entire gun, was made in February of 1953. This is a single action 22, by the way. Single bolt action 22. And then, yeah, they're cool. So it says LZZ, by the way. L stands for February, ZZ is for 53, I mean. So their codes are a little weird. I'm not sure why they chose, because, you know, I think K would be January then, so they went K through whatever for the months, and then they started in 1920 putting these codes on the barrels. Just a little history lesson. And they started with L, and then they went up through the years, each year becoming significant. You know, they went through Z and then restarted at A, and then went through L again. And so 1920 and 1952, which actually that doesn't make sense either, does it? Because it's 32 years. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Actually, I can pull it up right now. Let me pull it up right now, back up right now. Because, yeah, that means they skipped some years, maybe? Let's pull it up. Because I have it right here. Sorry. They went through L through Z to 1931, 1931 being a Z. Then it started 1932 as an A. I went through L again, so that means, that's what I mean. And maybe it has to do with war years. Could be something to do with, they decided to switch during World War II, possibly. Because those would be the years, but I don't know. So 1920 and 1942 both have an L. So that would be difficult if you knew the approximate age of the rifle, unless the same rifle was not made through all of those years, I guess. But anyway, then they start with a double letter for a few, from 1943 until 1953, and they don't use all the letters. Like, they skip O, it looks like, for sure, and Q. They don't use O and Q. So anyway, 1953 ends up being ZZ. And then 1954 actually used AA for January and then switched to just the regular A. Just kind of a little history lesson on Remington barrels here. This is supposedly all barrels. And this guy only has up to 1999. And then they may have switched to a serial code system or something like that, but I don't know. Although, not for sure. Obviously, I'm just going by this guy's own research, and he happened to actually have a ZZ as well in this Remington 514. So yeah, it's I have not actually shot it yet. Funny story, kind of funny story with this, and a example of being cautious with firearms. This, you'll notice, and I'll put pictures up here again, although they're a little blurry. You'll see the bolt handle is broken off, and the bolt is open currently. It was not open, it was locked shut, and was not budging, actually, when I first got it. My dad got this from my grandpa, and then my dad, a couple years ago, gave it to me. It was stuck shut, and even in my mind, I wasn't thinking it was loaded, even though it had a stuck shut bolt. However, fortunately for my inbred, gun safety lessons and everything that's been stuck in my head for years and years and years, I fortunately don't handle guns where I'm ever pointing them. I'm always treating them as loaded. Don't point them at anything, any people, or things that, shouldn't be shot. Because when I pulled the trigger on this, it went off, which surprised the crap out of me. I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised I didn't have to go, head straight to the bathroom after that. But fortunately, again, I was pointing it away in a safe direction when I pulled that trigger after I'd gotten it. So that was fortunate. If had, some other kid gotten a hold of this, at some point in time, because unfortunately I know my dad does not secure his guns always, because he just doesn't expect there to be anybody around ever that wouldn't handle a gun properly, I guess. But had a kid ever gotten a hold of this, it's something bad could have happened. But yeah, so always use gun safety, no matter what, no matter who you got the gun, handed you the gun, always treat it as loaded. Don't ever point it at anything, anyone, or anything that shouldn't be shot at. But yeah, it's obviously 1953. For a 1953 gun, it's in pretty decent condition. It's got the little pot marks or whatever you want to call them all over the barrel, but nothing that's actually deep or anything, just surface level. I do plan on fixing this bolt at some point. If any guys ever have any experience in that, let me know, because I need to figure out how to get that one out. I don't even know how I haven't even attempted it yet, but I don't know if it's screwed in there. I don't know if it was pressure fitted in there. So if you have any experience with that, let me know, because I need to get that piece out and get a new one for it, which will either suggestions on either one of those would feel free to give me any information you have. But yeah, butt stock is still good. fired, obviously, and I seen where it hit, so it actually obviously is not clogged or anything. There's the bottom trigger mechanism if you want to take a look at that. Very simple gun, obviously. It's got only the iron sights. Single sight on the front, and then the little slotted spot on the back that can be adjusted for. It's interesting how those work. I've never actually paid much attention, but obviously these different grooves probably mean different distances. I'm not sure what else I might be able to say about this. Do you guys have any old guns that you've inherited, or maybe you're just old yourself and have them, but probably not from this age. I have an older gun from my grandpa, my hunting 3030, that will cover possibly in the next video. Next Sunday is gun day, but so yeah, that's today's gun. Even though it was had a bad bolt, I hung on to it. My dad also, when he gave me this and my grandpa's 3030, which by the way he didn't give them to me. The 3030 was actually given to me by my grandpa, but my dad had just held on to it for years, but for me. But when I got this and my 3030 from my dad, he also gave me a few other guns. I'll actually show you a couple BB guns here that are kind of interesting real quick, but because I don't want to do a separate video on them. But he gave me a couple shotguns as well. But the shotguns I knew were cheaper and newer, and I don't have a spot, a good range to go use a shotgun around here, so I actually pawned those, but those were just Sears Roebuck shotguns. Nothing special, and they were from the 80s, which told me they were probably not my grandpa's. They were probably more than likely one of my uncles that also has passed away. But anyway, so I pawned those, but I kept this one because I knew it for sure it was my grandpa's, and I kept it even though that it was broke because of that, because I knew, grandpas are special, so I wanted to hold on to the 22 that I knew was my grandpa's, at least purchased by my grandpa. It probably was more used by my dad, but it was purchased by, and used some by my grandpa. And 3030 is special for sure to me, because that's his hunting rifle that he took good care of. So that coming next week, I don't want to get too much into it because it just shows you how well my grandpa took care of things. But anyway, just want to show you a couple BB guns that I also got, and that my dad also gave me at the same time. Both of these are from the 1960s. This is the Power Master. I'm actually going to sell these in case anybody wants to buy them or they're probably going to, I looked them up, people are selling them for $150. People buy them that collect them, but this is a Power Master 760 pump. Both of them work. I mean, they're a little rusted on this one's more so on the barrel. And then you have this unique one. This actually I had never seen. It took me a while to figure it out, but you actually stick a BB in that hole there. and then push down. These are both Crossmen, by the way. Push down on the barrel, and that's what cocks it. I had not actually, personally, because I'm only familiar with newer BB guns, seen a BB gun that did that. I'm familiar with the pump action ones, but this one you actually just jam it on the floor or the ground, which I would think would clog up the barrel, but that's how you cock it. And then this is obviously a single shot. Some rust, but not as much as the other one. And that is the Crossman 350 slide action, or what did it say? Somewhere it said, oh, right down here. Crossman V350 slide action BB gun. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be selling those. Probably post them for $150 or something like that, see if anybody wants to buy them. So if you happen to want to, let me know. But handgun today, Grandpa's single action 22. I'll see you in the next video. By the way, box opening coming soon. Probably delivered today from Lucky. Big Papa out.